could be your parents, it could be your friend, and even your pet. Yeah, that's right, even your pet. I have a little cat at home and I learned the cat stretch in yoga from my cat. So he's
Pynlong ke aka ke bas ngopla bak Sorkar jilla da ke jingit trailang bat ka Meghalaya Early Childhood Development Mission ka Meghalaya Health System Strengthening Project rangkat ke jingit trailang ru bat ka Sesame Workshop India Trust ila Pynlong ya ka Play to Learn Submit hanong ba Shillong ka Sorkar Meghalaya kelawan rai ka Early Childhood Development Mission si benda ban Pynlong ki kena ki babiang pura da ka ba ay ki jingkershan ki badon kam ha ka jingim kena jongki nadu ka por badang pun hado bakin dadap prasnem karta na ka liang umentri rang ba abakren lang ba ka video ulaong ba ki don ke jinget ka baskam bakalong ka badon kam bandon ka por bakarpang ya ki kena banile kai nadu ki por ke badang red Long ru bakani ke dek senjam trekam keban pai kemat habai debat kumno bantai ya ke jinghe jingsan jong ki khana na keleng oba poleng do abakeren hakai ke sngi ulaong bakalong ke badon kam bandon ke jinghe trailang bat ki weipat kitnat na ka benta ke jing mentoy jong ki khana jong ke jela.
So how actually I will come across actually this is something that I want to share. So basically, we, as I mentioned to you, we are actually, the state of Meghalaya is using a life cycle model, because all the developmental outcomes are connected. So if you look at this, the thing, right from pregnancy to, childhood to, adolescent period, and then youth and adulthood. So if you look at this, four pillars are connected. And this is something that is the science why actually this early childhood development is going to play a very important role in this entire approach. Then there's another thing, the critical importance of early years. This has been, the research has shown that whatever that happens in the early years, it will have a long lasting impact. So it's a very, very important thing. Here also I will show you some the research and where so here, if you look at, as I said, the same thing, we are using a life cycle model. So if you look at the pregnancy, childhood, adolescence, and youth and adulthood. So the next slide that I would show is that how actually each one is interconnected. Pregnancy. If you have a low birth spacing, we have anemic mothers. Then we have a poor antenatal care. And then we have low birth weight. So it's all interconnected. Then it leads to exposure to stress and neglect and lack of play learning, poor learning outcomes. So it's again it's a kind of a vicious circle. So one, early childhood development means like the care that we need to take right from the conception and preconception. So it's a very, very important. So here, that's why this is very important. How many people you are aware? almost 50% of the brain develops when the child is going to come out of mother's womb. It's like something is very, very important. So how important it is, the period of pregnancy, how much actually the care that what we take during the pregnancy. In fact, the child's brain is developed like this. If you look at the physical growth is very, very small, and by 5 years we already have 90% of the brain is developed. So this is the logic behind why we need to actually invest in the early childhood development. So if you ask me, if there's one thing that everyone has to focus, entire community is on this, how actually we are going to taking care of, how we are taking care of the children at home as well as children at the center. So
today, I'm happy to see that right after this program, you will also be having a panel discussion involving various stakeholders on how do we carry forward the early childhood development mission, and also to see that you are also going to engage yourself in a storytelling session, which is a more informal form of education. With every mission, there are challenges. And with the first challenge is that we stick on and focus on the mission. Very often we all start off as missionaries, but over the course of time, some missionaries turn into mercenaries, and that's when things begin to fail and falter. So it's very important that we sustain ourselves in that mode of missionaries. I had a few personal experiences. Just recently landed in a place which was totally alien to them. They didn't know the local language, they didn't know the local people, they didn't know where they were going to stay for the rest of their mission. But they stuck on, and that is how modern education was birthed in Meghalaya. And I told that constable that if people who do not belong to this soil had the humanity, had the passion to carry on that mission for years together, why is it so difficult for you as a constable to be posted 53 kilometers away from where you stay? So I would like us to focus that when we speak of a mission, let us first have the zeal, the passion, the drive, the focus of a missionary. Then only any mission can be a success story. Meghalaya is proud to not only have such a program, the first of its kind in the country, but also we are proud of the fact that the number of girls who are attending various schools, in fact, they outnumber boys in several schools, which is something unique in the country. I would like to call your attention to Ralph Waldo Emerson, when he said that nothing great has ever been achieved without enthusiasm. Nothing great has ever been achieved without enthusiasm. I could see that fervor in Mr. Sampat Kumar and his team, and together, despite all the challenges that we are confronted with, I am sure Meghalaya can make it. With the active support of SBI Foundation, Sesame India, and other key players, we can in fact transform Meghalaya into a state that all of us can be proud of. For our guests drawn from memories, the founder of the ATM machine, for instance, John Shepherd Barron, was born at Shillong at the Robert Hospital, and he went on to become the inventor of the ATM machine. Arundhati Roy, who wrote the famous Goddess of Small Things, was Shillong born. We have several such luminaries, of which it is not just a matter of accident, but the fact that Shillong was the center, the hub of learning, right from the pre-independence era. And it was here that our friends from Bangladesh.
The child's life at a very young age is very important. and it has been missing in our system for a very long time. And that is a period when the child's body and mind grows the most, and hence we should take advantage of that and ensure that while we allow them to learn, we make it also very active-based, activity-based, and hence this program of play and learn is very important. And I congratulate the organizers. As a government, we have been focusing on a life cycle approach, and hence this part of the life cycle of a person's life, which is the early childhood section, is a very important part. And I'm happy that the program that has been initiated by the government of Meghalaya now is converting into different activities like this Play and Learn program. So I once again would like to thank the organizers, and more importantly, I would like to wish this program a great success.